All right, welcome, family. Another week in the village, dedicated to really safe, being living a healthy, safe, financially capable life. And the aim is just to make sure that everybody is able to reach that life on a daily basis. How you doing, John? What's good?
I'm blessed. I'm blessed. And yourself?
I'm great, man. We're winding down to the end of the year. We have what, 1 week left in December.
No, we have more than 1 week left.
2 weeks.
Today is the 19th. So we got 11 days, man.
Oh man, I'm rushing the end.
No, we got 12 days. 12 days.
Yeah, yeah. So we, still, got some time.
We got a
Any
week and 5 days.
a week and 5 days,
A week and 4 days, matter of fact.
a week and 4 days.
No, a week and 5 days. I'm sorry. A week and 5 days.
All right, all
Today's the
right.
18th or the 19th?
Today's the
Today's the
18th.
18th. So, no,
Yeah,
we got a week and we almost got 2 weeks, man.
yeah. That's what I
13
realized.
days.
Yeah.
A week and
So,
6 days, man.
definitely, onward, forward, man. So how, what have you been noticing? What have you been noticing going on around the media? Any updates before we dive into the topics?
Well, we know what's going on, man. It's unfortunate the situation in we're having at Brown University. They said they might have a suspect.
Mm.
Also it might be some affiliation with the murder of the MIT professor.
Oh,
So on the tails of that, the Rob Reiner son his son is a suspect in his
yeah,
murder.
that's wild.
Um, and then it's just amazing. This is the second incident where a child has killed their parents. Another doctor and his wife were killed by his son in
Yeah,
California too.
I didn't hear about that one.
Yeah.
What do you know? Like, I don't even know what to say regarding this, man. It's sad, you know, especially even having your own does do something like that. Um, but prayers to family. I mean, it's just that what could be done right now. Um, it's just a
What
sad.
can be done? I mean,
I'm saying what
um,
what can be done right now. It's it's just really a sad thing, and I mean, just prayers and condolences and just you know,
extremely sad. Extremely sad.
yeah,
Especially at this time of year. Meant for gathering of family and friends, but all of a sudden you're talking about deaths going on. Amazing. You
yeah,
know, New administration coming in. Congratulations to Jamila for the
oh,
position that
yeah,
the incoming
definitely.
mayor offered her, head of intergovernmental. So it's big up to Jamila, and also to our good friend Carrie Edwards, who always is on our show here. So
With a lot of energy
congratulations
and
to both of them.
enthusiasm.
Congratulations to both of them.
It's definitely something to really be congratulated for. Mamdani is really making the moves. Um, and so there's something that I saw, and this is regarding someone that he just got in
Yeah, she had
appointed.
to resign because comments she made 10 years ago. These young kids, man, you got to be very careful about comments you made because they really go in your background search. They usually have to do a thorough search.
Yeah,
This is the woman who was head of, I think, in his appointments,
appointment.
and she would have to be doing thorough searches of all those who are appointed. But I
Yeah,
guess she realized that the media was going to do the same thing, so they would have definitely pulled this up and used it.
yeah.
So I mean, she did the right thing. She just stepped out without it becoming an issue, and just keep rolling, man.
What do you think of all of that still though? I understand the the commentary. She's 33 now, and this was around when she was 19 to 20. we talked about cancel culture quite a some time on here. We talk about people changing, learning, and growing. Um, do you think she could have still stayed and really kind of show that she's now understanding and grow?
She could have that because the mayor elect did it himself. He made certain comments, during George Floyd situations and stuff like that.
Mhm.
The question is whether or not she felt that she did not want to become a distraction to his administration. So, maybe it was her call, or maybe it was, you never know. It might have been the call of some of his
Mhm.
roundtable people who might say, you know what, this might not be a good look, especially for the incoming mayor. But I think maybe she just made a decision saying, I don't want it to be a distraction for him, so let me just move on.
Mm. Yeah, I'm just thinking about even what you said too, that he done the same, and I think even now he has shown that he's not that way. He's grown from that way. So I mean, regardless, she made the call or somebody else made the call. I think the cancel culture and just the weight of it when people mess up has become something wherein people are now afraid of even showing that I've grown and I've developed and changed.
The point is, I blame a lot on the media
Yeah.
because it's the media who takes it to the next level,
Hmm.
who doesn't give that person an opportunity to say they grew. They just keep hammering you, hammering you, hammering you about these issues. And I would like to look into some of the comments they made when they were young.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this media fails to. They're relentless. Uh, the only thing they want to do is they want to have "I got you" moments, and that's all. It's not really about providing the information for the people. It's all about what is sensational, and how they can use that to increase the subscription of these newspaper articles or these stream
Right.
systems or whatever it is. So that's what it's all about.
Certainly. Certainly. Hey,
Dr.
Joanne.
Bryant, Dr. Bryant.
Hey, good evening.
Good evening.
Hey,
Good
doctor, can
evening.
you see me?
I can.
Oh well, I can't see myself, so.
Well, are you on your laptop?
Yeah, I'm on my laptop. Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
that's
we
that's
see you.
that's yeah. Then
Okay.
the villagers see you too.
Yes,
We
they do.
were just talking about the appointment chief for Mamdani, and she stepping down because of those old tweets that surfaced. She was only 19 to 20, around 19 or 20 when it was
Who is that? Who's the wait?
Catherine Almonte da Costa.
Acosta. But prior to that, she worked for De Blasio in his administrations. I think the appointments too.
I'm not
Wow.
sure. Let me check real quick. I don't remember de Blasio. But we were just talking about how her stepping down. Like, what are the thoughts? Should she have stepped down or not? And
Hmm. I think the reason why she might have been suggested to step down because a lot of people think that he is anti-Jewish, so he don't need anything around him that's actually
mm,
stating the same thing.
mhm.
You know.
Yeah, good point, Doc. I think
That's
that's
a good point.
probably was the main cause of it, not to prevent the distractions.
Association.
To feed into basically, he knew that the press would feed into this. Look at it, he's hiring people that are
About his
anti.
agenda.
Yeah. Uh huh. Yep. As I told,
So
as I was telling Andre, man, it's basically, it's the media, man. The way they'll just take something and run.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a good point. That's a good point. Um, so so that was an interesting piece. And speaking of media, we there's that major deal with Netflix, um, trying to get Warner Bro. And then Paramount also tried to challenge Netflix bid.
Hmm.
Isn't
Um,
that trying to put a hold on that or something like that, or?
Not necessarily a hold, but more so there's a got it appears to be. acquisition that's going to get a lot of antitrust eyes on it, antitrust laws, because it seems like
Right.
with this buying of Warner Bro is going to kind of weaken competition, and so a lot of people are already paying for Netflix. Netflix getting Warner Bro. It brings up the question of having more options like this big network. You got HBO Max, among other media that we could be watching, but the cost of it or the simplicity of it, higher prices, choices. Do we want platforms to have so much power, or should studios and networks? So, is your Netflix bill gonna get higher, and then no make it, and then no, it seems like, man, I should have stayed with cable. What's our thoughts on that? Do we want Netflix to have so much power, or
That's what they're talking about.
what do you think? Would you want one network or one streaming company to have so much power over the media that we engage in?
Um, Netflix, even though it offers things, it still don't offer that much. Similar to cable, like I have YouTube TV.
Mm,
YouTube TV, you figure, oh, it's gonna have all these things. I only watch basically basic cable, basic news,
mhm,
and BT. Nothing else. Oh,
mhm.
here and there, Hallmark, but I'm like, I'm paying all this money for what?
Yeah,
So, and a lot of people are anti-cable now because of the streaming.
yeah.
So
True.
having more options, like, hey, you know what? This streaming platform offers this. So will Netflix, if they merge together with Warner Brothers, will
Mhm.
they give more options? I don't think so, because they're always looking for ways to increase their overhead. Just increase the amount that you pay because they went up again.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
I don't think that more options. They might give options that you have to pay for. So it's all about money.
yeah. That's what the big companies really want. So the other part of it is also media control and really controlling the stuff that we engage in. So now it's like me having a goal, and I want people to just accomplish this with me. I'm just
Mhm.
gonna present the stuff that I want you to watch. And since as I have so many people um buying my stream, it works in my favor, right? I can influence the masses the way I want them to to operate. So that's one of those topics that has been going around. Um,
But I have a question for you.
go
I
ahead.
just going back into the Costa that stepped down.
Hmm.
But she, like you mentioned, John, she worked before with De Blasio, correct?
Believe so. I think she's a former Blasio administration. Yes.
Yeah, I didn't see.
Yeah, because he hired a lot of former Bloomberg or De Blasio, or just people who actually had the know, just some ideas and not going blindly. Even though he might be new to this platform, but he surround himself. He seemed as though he surround himself with people who somewhat know what they're doing instead of going blindly like what we're having in other places of government.
You're saying that's what Mom Donnie does?
That's what it seems. That's what it seems. Because if this young lady, and that's why people got to be careful what they put on social media. It doesn't delete, it doesn't go away.
Yeah.
What you put will come back to bite you. Hey, maybe you are angry at a certain point of time, but at the end of the day, the context that you put it out will be twist and turn and whatever in so many different ways. And especially if you're running for a higher power in regards to government, you're going to be scrutinized over every little thing. So you have to be careful.
And it's true. I agree. Definitely even trying to even the younger kids in today. It's like be mindful of what you're posting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it's now in the internet. It's all across the internet now,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So it's that. Um did any of us tune into the Trump's primetime address last night?
I don't even remember what I was doing last night. I'm
Did
sorry.
you got it, John?
You're
You're
muted.
muted.
No, I didn't catch it.
No. I guess I'll go just read a couple of some of the things. So, he claimed inflation had been stopped, asserted that wages were rising faster than rising prices, listed price drops for items like, turkey, eggs, gas. He was heavy on how gas prices have gone down. He announced this one-time warrior dividend of $1,776 per service member,
Hmm.
intended for approximately 1.45 million troops, funded by housing allowance, reprogramming, and controversially through tariff revenue. He repeatedly blamed Biden for the high prices, as for all of the stuff that wasn't so well: immigration, crime rate, poor trade, portraying his own admin as responsible for economic border improvements. He emphasized achievements on the border security, citing a significant drop in illegal crossings and credited reduction in drug cartel activity, without releasing new policy proposal or supporting them with fresh data. What the website? You already can sense bias here. The speech avoided broader healthcare, climate, and foreign policy deals, and they're just previewing future housing reforms and Federal Reserve appointments. So he highlighted a lot of those things, and the blaming and just really highlighting his or the work that he say he has done. Um, and so rapid fire political speeches. What do you think of at this point? We know what he's like, but what are the thoughts on what he's saying here? Any thoughts on that?
The gas prices going down.
Talk about gas price going down. Talk about
But he
inflation.
forgot about everything else. Inflation went up everywhere. And that the tariff that he put,
Yeah,
everything's impacted by that. He forgot that part?
it seems so, man.
Oh, okay. The tariff, the unnecessary tariff, and the war that we're actually going to end up being a part of just because the war on war, the war
Though,
on drugs.
yeah, kind of like a repeat of the war on drugs back in what, the 70s. I
Mm,
don't think he's gonna necessarily get
80s.
get
Oh
get to
yeah,
that.
when you're going around bombing people and just shooting down their boats, absolutely.
Yeah, I think even that itself, there's a little bit more to dive in deep. But it's continuously what do you call it? So what I'm looking
Evolving.
for, irritating, like you
Hmm.
aggravating the area, and so of course you might end up getting more than what you want.
Mm.
Um, you know,
Yeah, especially keep poking the bear, keep poking the bear, keep poking the bear. You took their oil, Venezuela, you took their oil, you took this, you took that. So then I think something happened. It was on its way to Iran and they took it. So we just gotta be prayerful. Be very, very prayerful as a country because you don't know what people are thinking. That's all.
I think even with the Iran Venezuela oil situation, really, there's a lot to unpack in it
Hmm.
because was as I recall, Iran and US ain't really on those good terms, and so US aims to prevent
Hmm.
Venezuela from kind of like connecting with them,
Hmm.
and US wants to get in control in Venezuela. So there's that's going on itself. But you know, it's something to just really dive deeper in because there's a lot going on with that. Um, there's another topic that what Trump did too, and I mean, John and Roderick would be loving this one.
Which one? Wait, let me
So,
guess. The vote that he has to turn Trump Kennedy Center. He
oh no,
switched
no,
the name of Kennedy Center to Trump Kennedy Center.
oh, not that one. But that's very big ego right there.
That's
Not
crazy,
that
boy.
one.
That's
He
Yeah,
would.
crazy.
he stacked up the people to actually change the name, and officially now we have Trump Kennedy Center.
That's wild. That's wild.
Wild ain't the word, my friend.
You
Insane.
know, like the ego in this guy is massive. But what I would, what the what?
Let me tell you something. I don't
Yeah.
know if it's, I don't know what,
Hmm.
you know what, it's just, you know, he is the president of the United States. And sometimes, you can't just be a sore loser. You know what I'm saying?
What
You
the
just
fuck?
got to be, you know what? I won. I'm the president of the United States, and the best form of revenge is success.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have to say it. They see it every day in what I do. So I don't know, this Kennedy Center and stuff like that, because he's gonna name it the Kennedy Center, but then the next president's gonna come. I'm gonna take the name down. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, and it's
But
just like
presidents before him didn't have any objection because
they
it's
did, and you know
crazy.
why? Because they're not like, you know what?
Petty.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, our president, unfortunately, is just petty, man. Sometimes you won. They got to deal with it, man, and just take the high road and just do what you need to do. The economy and everything else. People can say, you know what? I don't like the president of the United States, but I respect him because he did X, Y, Z, and this, and he did make our lives better.
Yeah.
That's how you want to be remembered as. You don't want to be remembered as somebody who's just petty, who's just concerned about themselves, and you know, you
Mm-hmm.
know. I respect the president. I respect the
Roll.
position, and I respect the president because he told everyone what he was going to do. He told us,
Mm-hmm.
and you know what? He's implementing that. I respect that because he told us. He told us. He didn't tell us one thing. One thing I can say about the president of the United States, President Trump, is he told us one thing and he stuck to his guns. He
Yeah.
didn't change it like some of these elected officials. He did not change it. Whether you don't like what he did or not, he said what he was going to do and he did it.
Mm.
So you got to respect it.
Yeah. He stood by his words.
He stood by his principled position. What did Pastor Bernard always tell you? Your preference, your principle.
Yeah.
He stuck to his principle. He didn't stick. Oh, it's preferable. Oh, I move with the time. No, Trump stuck with it. His immigration, his economy. He told everybody what he was going to do in immigration.
Mm.
Told us all.
No, to
Didn't.
some they didn't believe.
And now what we going to do with the healthcare subsidies?
They didn't vote it in. They voted their own stuff that doesn't completely cover anything. So thank you to the 3 or 4 Democrats who voted to go back and not they said they were going to revote again, and they trusted the people who claimed they were going to bring it up. So you guys have no health insurance like that, which is sad.
It is.
It impacts everybody.
But again, they told us. We didn't listen. You have to deal with it.
That's what it is. So, I mean, and now you gotta really take action with your votes.
I think that's pretty much what it is.
Yeah, it is, yeah. It's one of two things that really can happen, and I think one of them seems like it's just not gonna happen. Is the
These
impeachment
Democrats.
portion?
Another thing is, well, who cares about Epstein files? Who
Roderick,
cares?
Roderick.
Who cares? Because they all, come on. I'm the president of the United States. I'm going to tell you very, very cynical. I am not going to release things that are going to impact me.
Yeah,
I'm going to tell my guy, you know what you have to do. Let's be
and
realistic.
that's it.
Let's
That's it.
be realistic. Let's be realistic.
That's it for real.
And
Yeah.
what they have shown is you see more Democratic supporters in pictures than, So be
No,
careful what you ask for, my Democratic colleagues. Be careful.
that's really what it is. Because I mean, like I said, I'm not gonna put something out there that's going to hurt me. Like it don't make no sense to do that. Um. So, but the thing that I was gonna highlight was the executive order, or rather, yeah, the expand access to cannabis in a major shift in drug policy.
Yeah. What was that about? What was that about, Andre?
So he signed an executive order reclassifying cannabis from Schedule 1 to 3, making
Uh-huh.
a significant change in U.S. drug policy. Reclassification aligns cannabis with substances like Tylenol, with codeine, lowering perceived abuse potential and enabling tax deductions for dispensaries. The order calls for expanded research into medical marijuana and CBD, including pilot programs for Medicare beneficiaries. It may boost state authorized cannabis businesses through tax reform and banking service relief. And critics warn it could normalize use, with 22 GOP senators cautioning about health impacts and youth messaging. So, let's see. Let's see the difference between Schedule 1 and so the distinction between 1 and 3 really controls from the act line, they're accepted. Let's see, Schedule 1, potential for abuse. So yeah, I mean, potential for abuse is lower when it's even a Schedule 3. So it's like it's better to be Schedule 3. Can be prescribed is it if it's in Schedule 3 versus 1 can't prescribe it. So in a way, it's like, I guess more so better for the medical field. They then now, what do you think of that? It going from 1 to 3.
To each his own, man, on this marijuana stuff.
Yeah.
Just like whatchamacallit just banned it from public use in Long Island. Because I mean, people just have no respect for others, man. I don't need to be smelling marijuana smoke early in the morning. I don't need to be smelling it on the train. I don't, walk down the block. I mean, come on.
I guess the other thing I want to say, and I guess this is more so, I guess when we would talk about it, even like months back, is a different kind of energy that I get from you, or even like Roger goes, yeah, I guess it's more so, do you have the same mindset towards it as months ago when we would talk about it and smoking the weed and all that stuff? Is that, or is a different take on it?
No, I still have the same man. I still have the same take on it. I still have the same take.
Got you. Okay. Let's see. Then we had also had this the 7 dead after plane registered the NASCAR driver Greg Biffle crashed.
Man, yeah, God, the whole family. Whoa.
Wow. That's crazy.
Whoa. The whole family, my friend.
That's crazy.
The whole family.
Just like that. So I'm reading this bit here. It says Cessna C-550 business jet registered to former NASCAR driver Greg Biffle crashed while attempting to land at Statesville Regional Airport, North
So
Carolina.
this is his private. I talked about all these private jets these people are flying. It's just,
Yeah, that's something. All seven aboard believe to include Biffle, his wife Christina, and their children. Man,
gosh.
55. He was a three-time NASCAR champion with 19 Cup Series wins and a respected figure in the racing community. Aircraft was registered to GB Aviation, a company linked to Biffle. Investigation by the NTSB and FAA are underway to determine the cause with weather conditions under review. Yeah, I mean, it's very, very disheartening. So, how do you think the loss of sports figures and even their families in accidents like this, how do you think it shaped public awareness and aviation policy dialogue?
It should shape. I mean, it should. So you're saying because of these famous people getting into these incidents, you should be shaping the way aviation policies are. That's what you're trying to say?
No, that's a question. Like, how do you think it shapes it? Like, is it?
I mean, I guess it paid more
Mhm.
attention, which we should have been paying to this now. A lot of inspection and repair of these planes and things like that, or also looking at the credentials of those who are flying these planes.
Yeah, that's certainly something that should be considered. And I mean, when you see stuff like this, it does definitely, as you say, make you question, those who are manning the aircraft. What factors should be considered even when it comes to incidents of like this. Um, but yeah, it's can't believe, man. It's really disheartening to see something like this. Um,
It is truly disheartening, my friend.
what did you hear? Jack Smith testimony? Have you hear about that?
He said, "Well, I can present evidence showing that he did attempt to engage into tampering with you. Be careful what you ask for, my friends."
Hmm. Can you highlight a little more on it? I didn't come across.
Basically, I think he went before the committee, and basically he told the committee that they could have proven that Trump uh, committed a criminal act with respect to the elections. Yes.
Mm. Oh, so I mean, whether or not, let me see. Yeah, I didn't catch up on that one. Well, let's see.
Yeah.
Man, it's so interesting. Sometimes you go back to the election, and just how it's impacted, and even to now, uh, still really, really on it. Do you think? Well, I'm gonna ask if it's a necessity to really stay on it so much, but then again, it does impact
Man, just
how
leave it
we.
alone. He's elected. Just move on. Let's concentrate
Yeah,
on people are tired of the bull crap, man. That
yeah.
the affordability. I mean, the the mayor elect shot. Trump talked about it. Mayor elect
Mhm.
talked about it. It's affordability. People are tired of making ends meet.
Yeah.
They want some meat on the ends, man. You know what
Got
I'm
that
saying?
right.
They want some meat on the ends.
Got that
Yeah,
right.
You know what I'm saying? They want some surplus. Yo,
yeah.
Trump is funny. All the servicemen are going to, because of their commitment and dedication, are going to receive a check
1,000. Yep.
for $1,776. Yo, this you can't make this stuff up with Trump, boy.
Yeah, the warrior dividend, man.
Warrior dividend, man. You
Yeah,
can't make this up, boys. And we got all that money from that tariff stuff, man.
yeah.
People can say what they can talk about his tariffs, but his tariffs did bring money into the coffers.
Yeah, and you
Oh
still
God.
it's still a way lot more that's still needed to when he talk about the debt coming down in America. There's a lot more
You
tariff
know,
money.
yeah, the president is it's 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 very simple to deal with this president. It's very simple. And these colleagues stop pushing and start fighting. Just say, you know what? I'm tired of the fighting. I'm tired of the pushing back. What can we do that we know that will benefit the American people? What
Yeah,
issues can we work collectively on? And let's work on them. Those issues, we can't. Let's put them to the side. Let's work on those issues that we collectively can. Because you keep pushing back here, pushing back there, you're never
yeah.
going to get things resolved for the people. People just want solutions. People
Mm-hmm.
tired, cut through the red tape and the bull crap.
And I mean, and I think that is stuff where should people really wait on the politicians or not, or should people just make the move? And that's something that I've always, think on itself, because we have to go through, as John said, the red tape and trying to really get the elected official. But I do encourage, people, you want to also go out and make your moves, right? Become informed, whether it's on health, finance, whatever it is, you have to become informed, because there's gonna be some process to that your political, elected official have to go through to really get what you might need as the public.
Hmm.
So that's something to really really consider there. Um, what else have we noticed that's going on out here
So
in
he's thinking about reclassifying marijuana so it doesn't get hit with such a high penalty. So I'm like, wow.
we just were highlighting that itself. I thought John was gonna be enthused, but
Smoking
oh,
ganja weed,
he,
baby.
it's as if when Joanne is
Oh,
on, his enthusiasm come up with it.
my whole point was this. I can understand. You know what? But it's just become so common. You can't go anywhere. Smoking the weed in the subway, in the stairwells, everywhere you go,
But
somebody's
it's a
smoking weed.
pain in the
Smell
butt. Nobody
it
want to smell
is.
it.
I don't want to smell. I don't want marijuana on my. I'm going to work. I smell like a
You
big
got that right.
puff of marijuana. I don't want that, man. So smoke at places where it's away from the people, y'all. Have
Right.
some common courtesy. It's like smoking. Some people smoke. You go outside and you smoke, but they just smoke it everywhere. You're on the train. You smell. I
Mm-hmm.
don't want to smell that early in the morning. I
Do
don't
you
want to smell.
do you think there will become some policies at some point regarding on the train? 'Cause wait,
Well,
you
look.
said you
Well,
said it's
look
smoke
what
on the train?
they got to the point. Look what they did in
Long Island.
Nassau County. Yeah. What is that?
Mm-hmm.
Glen Cove. I think it's Glen Cove.
Yep, Glen Cove.
Yeah, Glen
It's
Mm.
Cove.
illegal.
Yeah, so I mean, so it's likely soon come towards even the city. So I get it. Yeah, sometimes you don't want it all over. You don't want to have to smell it. You know. Um, so that's definitely um a necessary move that they gotta do. Um, so yeah, let me see.
It's a
We
good thing.
definitely, we definitely went through some of these topics pretty quick. Is
Yeah,
there?
I think we the concert last week, man. I heard was very successful. The Jamaica Relief concert. I heard that was extremely well attended. And,
Mm,
I commend, my good friend George Crooks from Jammin Productions. That's a good friend of mine. He's always giving back to the communities, and he was one of the sponsors for this event. So big up to Mr. Crooks and his associates for putting on such a phenomenal concert and basically just giving back
mm,
to the people of Jamaica. I just like the way we just come together, man. In when you have catastrophes, you know, we don't ask the person to use a Democrat, Republican, Independent, socialist, whatever it
Exactly.
is.
We just come together.
We just come together, man, and that's what
That's
it
it.
is. We just come together, and it's just like the politics here. We just need to come together. There's things we're gonna agree on, things we're gonna disagree. Let's work on things that we can agree on first.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then let me hear your point of view on things that we disagree on. So you hear my point of view, so we can make it better. But instead of going to your corner, my corner, let's get together. Let's talk about this and see what can be done. Stop insulting one another. You know, just
Is that where our
be civil.
fearless leader is? Our
Oh,
fearless leader.
Jamaica. Yes.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Fearless
He's
leader, Mr.
he's
Roderick Daly.
Giving back, giving back. I mean, you know how the
so he's
catastrophe.
singing out there too. He performing in the concerts out there too.
I know, but we're gonna see some media posts in the chat
You're gonna
sometime.
see the rainstorms coming.
Yeah, and when we see that media post, then now we can probably say, yeah, he's out there doing his thing. Um, but no, I definitely agree with you, John. Where people come together, regardless of creed beliefs and all, and it's just like coming together. If it's a catastrophe, we're going to try and really help out. Try to like build people back up. I do think that happens in so many areas, but how it looks to us when we're watching the news media and we see like officials going back and forth. When they turn off that news media, they probably just go and hang out for the rest of the day, have a drink and thing. So it's
Drink
like,
a beverage.
yeah, so it's like they never really. It's like they get into the heated debate because they might be on camera and they know it build up ratings. I mean, I'm gonna use an example here. Sometime when Joanne and Roger go back and forth, so heated, and then next thing you know, it's like kumbaya.
No kumbaya on my end.
so, so I mean, it's all love. It's all love, but
Yeah, we got no hate for each other.
yeah,
He
You ain't
just
say
talked
that. You ain't say
reckless.
that last time, Dr. Brian.
What? That I got what?
Mm-hmm.
That I got no what? That we got
Last
no
time you
hate.
ain't have no love for Mr. Daly.
Oh, I always have love for Mr. Daly. The fact that, we're still speaking, that's love.
Oh,
It's true.
when
that's why
he,
you frozen right now. That's why you
I'm not
frozen.
silly.
man.
Got
So
jokes.
it's always good to really do that. Um, Definitely want to sidebar into this, really just making sure people come through to my performance event.
What performance?
You
Tell us
know,
about it.
this poetry performance. I'm doing like a one-man show, really, but just
When is this, brethren? When?
it's gonna be January 14, 5 to 7:30 at the Brooklyn Fete. It's on Nostrand Avenue. Trying to remember the cross streets.
We gonna fet?
Not Fed, but it's like,
It is a fet. It is a fet.
well, we can call it that. 15,
Because his birthday and Roger's birthday, it is a fet. Mm-hmm.
We gonna fet?
We're gonna celebrate. We're gonna celebrate. So but come off with the performance. The art's gonna be there. Some art displays, book, and just giveaways.
Yo,
Definitely.
Andre is the Renaissance man.
He is.
He's
He
the
is.
Renaissance man.
He's very, very talented.
Big up to Andre, yo. Big up to the Renaissance.
Blessings.
He's very, very talented and very, very, very humbled about his artistic ways.
Unlike
So how
Mr.
he-
Daly, arrogance. Why? Oh gosh.
Oh
how
man.
he use the
Oh,
art.
man.
He's a fabulous artist and a fabulous writer. So, and you see, he's got out his shyness. Thank you, Jesus. And he's on camera. Finally.
I'm telling you,
Finally.
I'm still not a camera person, man. But the audience, you see how they're bigging me up. All the more reason why you gotta come through to see it in person.
Yeah, and your book. This is the second book or the first book?
Yeah, so it's both the first and the second. The third Is like gonna be there?
Oh, you already have
So
a third ready to
yeah,
go. Okay,
so
okay.
yeah, there is a 6 book series really, poetry series workbook. So yeah, definitely all about reflection and just growing, how people grow and just think about their bringing, thinking about what's going on in their life and just how we go forward. But it's all about reflection and reflective practice. I think
That's good.
when people develop or become better at reflecting, it allows you to be more accountable. You're looking at what you do, looking at how you do it, looking at why you do it, and just really being more thoughtful, especially for yourself and just for others. You're working with other people and just reflecting on the work that's being done helps you grow. It's about community building. And so the series really looks at the individual and then builds up to a collective work, looks at the individual from their young going into adulthood and just going beyond. So that's what it is. This is workbooks. These are workbooks. So each poem really comes with visuals in there, and you are really looking at the intricacies of the art and the depthness of the poems, really. So there's a lot to it, really. And so I mean, this is the stuff that I enjoy doing. I go in on it.
That's your
So
passion.
yeah, so definitely, come out January 14. um January 14, 5 to 7:30. Let me get the link here real quick.
Very exciting. Very exciting. Will we be able to get an autograph book from you?
Of course, once you're there, you're good,
So
you're
we gotta
ready.
wait till January to go and pick up the book.
You can
Word, man. We
you
supposed to
can
have the inside track, Dre.
you can
What's
get in
going
you can get
on?
it
I
on
don't feel
Amazon.
loved. I don't
um
feel loved.
the book is called Time Transcendence. Once you type that in, you type in Andre Doman, and book, it's right there. All right.
No, no,
Mm-hmm.
no,
Love
no,
my
no.
style.
I want to be given one personally from
All
Andre
right, so
Doman.
we'll come through, and we in person again. I'm always having on them, but come through, get your tickets. Just post the link. Eventbrite, Rhythm of the Awaken, an artistic flow. So looking
I'm
forward to.
excited. I look forward to
What
it
about
because
open? You gotta have open mic, man, because I can drop some lyrics.
I mean, shoot, come through. Open spot.
I can drop some. I can just, I took
You know,
I took
yeah.
theater and poetry in college. I can just talk about life. What is the meaning of life?
oh
It's
Lord.
not it's not joking right now. It'd be serious. Hey, that's what my pops be, man. Like, he just ran out and say something. It's like, man, I went to college and I did this, that, and the third. I'm like, all right, Dad, let's see what you got.
Mm.
It just start, but yeah, it's supposed to be a good
And,
time.
you have to be impromptu. Just come off the top of your head and just let it fly.
Yeah,
Because
that's
they talk about
certainly.
they talk about Jay-Z. They say with Jay don't write down anything.
Yeah, and that's just, it's just the
Yeah,
practice of
they
it.
don't write down anything. You just feel. Sometimes you just feel a beat, man. When you have so much in your mind, you just listen to the beat.
Exactly,
Just listen to the beat.
exactly.
And then
That's
you
really
just
that's
say
really what you gotta do.
whatever comes to you. Says, you know, the
Yeah,
beauty. What's beauty? Is it in truly in the eyes of the beholder?
I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah, I would say, but then no, on the other hand, maybe not, because we know exactly what beauty looks
Exactly.
like.
You hear that, doctor?
So, yeah, so it's a toss up, depending on
What do you
time.
think, doctor?
I'm just listening to you too. It's your
Yeah.
element.
So
Let it
that's
be.
yeah. So that
Let it be.
that's definitely a good question. You
So,
just roll with the
doc,
flow.
who's going to become the new chancellor for education? Who?
We have no idea.
Yeah,
I
you think
guess they're gonna keep the
You
same
think you might
person.
keep the same person? Okay.
I think so. What you think, Andre?
Really? Because that's Chancellor. Excuse me. Chancellor. Shoot, name slipping me. Tip of the tongue.
I thought with Rivera,
Bank?
was it?
No,
Who?
it's not. No.
Mm-mm.
Let me see. I.
Um,
It
they
might be
did propose someone. Who was the gentleman who pulled the alarm?
Melissa.
Oh, not him. He
I'm
can't
sorry,
do
I'm
him.
it right
He
now.
can't do him. They would have a field day on my man. The press would have a
Who?
field day.
Who?
The guy from Westchester. The press would have a field day with
But
him.
he used to be a principal.
I know, but it's just the whole point. The press would be so unrelenting on this guy. Wouldn't even give him a chance. You couldn't even get your feet wet. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. He might. I don't think he would do it. I don't think, because it's just especially in administrations coming in, the press would be unrelenting. I could see the
Wait,
New York Post and I could see the articles.
what's
Unrelenting.
what's I guess what about him that they would be?
How you gonna pull the alarm, make those comments? Member of uh, uh he was a member of the squad and all this other stuff, anti-Jewish, all this stuff.
Oh, oh yeah.
They would
That's a
have a
dub.
field day. The press would have a field day.
Yeah, that's a dub. That's
The
a dub.
press would unrelenting, unrelenting. That's why I like Donald. I love Donald Trump. I love when he pushes back on the press. The press always was in the business of creating the agenda, so they would force you to follow it. Because as they always say, you can't beat the press because they buy ink by the barrels. But when they met Trump, totally different. They've been on ever since Trump has become president. The press has been on their heels. He has taken down networks.
I mean, they have also benefited from the ratings because it's like they always have him on media. I mean, he get talked about every single. I mean,
And it was very interesting. There was this woman I
mm,
saw on a TikTok video in which she talks about the way they're using Abby Phillips at 10 a.m. on CNN.
mhm.
And he's saying that's not real journalism. Basically, what you're trying to do is you're just trying to create a chaos over there. So you think people will watch, and it's about your ratings, but you're not putting her in a position to really show her talent. This was just a black journalist was saying.
Mm,
Yeah.
gotcha.
She used to be at nighttime.
Hmm.
She used to
And
be
Abby
there.
Phillips is good, but I do like the roundtable discussion
She used to be there at nighttime on
going
CNN.
back and forth. I do enjoy that. I enjoy that dialogue. I rather have it more interactive. I rather have more interaction with my colleagues around the table. So some people look at it differently. Yeah.
Yeah, is that
It is interesting because she used to be at nighttime, and I used to enjoy watching her after a debate or after something on CNN. And now I don't even bother to turn on CNN.
yeah? I
So a
wouldn't.
lot of these news companies, like you mentioned, are done overall. But
Hmm.
it's okay.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's all right.
True.
Countdown
Countdown for what?
to Christmas.
Christmas next Thursday.
Mm.
Countdown.
Any family planning, going away, link up with fam, or staying home? Just
See
have
my bed.
so no celebration.
I have to make yeah, I'm gonna see my family. I'm gonna
Mm.
spend time with them, but I'm gonna see my bed more.
Oh gosh.
Mhm.
Oh gosh.
No, that's rational. I mean, I'm just looking for the break. Uh, looking for the break. Just
I
relax.
looking for a mental break. I looking
Yeah,
for a mental break.
I'm
that's
Looking
to
for a pet.
sleeping.
perfect.
Yeah, a fet on my bed. And so I'm like, listen, my pillow has missed me so much. So I look forward to
When's the last time you saw your pillow, Dr. Brian?
Oh man,
you got jokes tonight.
I would say I would say at what 2 o'clock she sees it, and then no, don't even lay on it. It's like by 4 o'clock
No,
you're up.
it's so true. Because I was like, oh my God, 2 o'clock this morning. I was like, okay. This oxtail that I had did not settle in my stomach. So I've been up since 2 o'clock. So around this time, I think I'm starting to slow down.
Mm, man,
Oxtail boy, do it to you all the time.
just remember, sleep is superpower. It definitely catch up. You gotta mind the health.
I ain't
So
gonna lie, man. I only get 3, 4 hours of sleep a night. That's
Me
crazy,
too.
but yeah,
I it's interesting because I just was looking at some facts the other day for a writing I was doing, and too much sleep or too little sleep dangerous, and the sweet spot is 7, not 8 or 7.
man, I'd be lucky if I get 4.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's true.
imagine that this life that we live, that we have to work so much just to live.
Hmm.
For some people it's survive, and for others they're thriving, and they're just like thriving right up, just right above survive. So we have to be very mindful, how the brain runs on that sleep. Like sleep is superpower, and I used to, I think last year, I was going to bed like around 2:30 because I was putting some extra studies in just to understand the market stuff and all that. And
Right.
like now I find myself really like dozing at 10:30, and I'm like, yo. But again, you get older, kind of catch up and all. But I also want to just start going to bed early, as I definitely want to even just wake up with the sun rested, wake up with the sun rested. And it's a definite challenge, but you figure it out, you know, sooner though. So
Sooner than later.
excuse me. So
So true.
that's definitely something that we yeah, any shout outs y'all want to give?
I do. So I want to give a shout out to a couple of people whose birthday is coming up or birthday that happened. One of our fearless leaders, Ingrid. Just want to give her a shout out. Um, Enjoying her fabulous life as a retiree. But happy birthday to you since today is your birthday. Also, shout out to Marilyn and Cassandra, my sister, who her birthday is on Saturday.
Happy
So,
birthday, happy birthday, happy
birthday
birthday, yeah, my
celebrations,
friend. Mhm.
yes, birthday celebrations are great. Just being able to see another year is something, we can't pay for. So, thank God for that. Thank God for life.
Yeah, be grateful. Be grateful. Any for you, John?
Man, I'm just grateful of life, man. Just to be here another year, just to be here this time. But tell my, people don't forget the reason for the seasons.
Yeah,
This time has become so much commercialized. Just take a moment and pause and just thank our Lord and Savior
Amen.
just for an opportunity just to be here, to be
yeah,
in the presence of loved ones and people. And, just don't make it, just don't be, family and family oriented, and just don't be during this time. It should be all the time, man. Life is
Amen.
so short, and you just want to enjoy what you can, and with join with the good people, man. Less stress, you know,
right.
best you can. Just try to enjoy life. Take care of your health. Your health is extremely your wealth. That's all I can
Amen.
say. Your health,
Is your
without
wealth.
that, oh man, I don't know.
For real. So definitely, gratitude and peace. Always walk with gratitude. Every day you wake up, gratitude.
Hmm.
You know what?
Peace.
I think we can wrap up a little bit early today.
Yeah,
Just get ready for
Yes.
the holiday season. To our villagers,
Happy
I,
holiday.
I want to
hmm,
wish you not only happy holiday, happy Hanukkah, Merry
Yes.
Christmas, Happy
Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa.
Hmm.
I think we'll be in before the New Year. No, a Happy New
Yeah,
Year.
Christmas is Thursday, so
Yeah, Happy
you
New
know,
Year. So,
Happy New
villagers,
Year.
man, I wish you all the, I wish you all success, but most of all, I wish you health, because
Amen.
without health, we cannot enjoy the success.
Amen to
Definitely,
that.
definitely. So blessings. Be safe. Get information when it comes to finance. Make sure that you always continue to work on your health. I mean, that's what the village is about. Try to give the information about those things. And that being said, family, have a blessed weekend. Enjoy the rest of the week, and be safe and spend time with family. All right, peace out. Enjoy the night, guys.
Good
Good
night.
night.